Howdy folks, George Cook here. Today's subject, king flies for the Kanektok. It's February and June's just around the corner, and boy, we can't get there soon enough, particularly with this weather in Seattle. But soon enough, we'll be on the Kanektok in June. We'll be fishing bright kings, fresh in from the salt. And today we're going to talk about some of the flies and some of the approaches to that king fishing that's soon to be on our plate. One of the great all-time flies ever is the jumbo critter. It's a pattern from Solitude Fly Company. It's got roots in British Columbia, roots here in Washington. It's tied by Bjorn Beach of Lacey, Washington. And this one is in the vaunted colors of chartreuse blue. When those fish are just in that tide, the tide, one tide previous, say you're out in the morning, you got fish that came in on the evening tide the night before, say at midnight or something. Those fish, when they're first in, are absolute suckers for anything chartreuse. And chartreuse blue is one of the great combinations of all time. Another fly of prominent use in western Alaska, specifically the Kanektok, is the old stinger prawn, another Bjorn Beach fly. And this fly is in, as you can see, chartreuse and white with a bunch of silver flash. And some of you out there might go, well, you know, that's almost a lure. Well, yeah, it is. It's getting close to a K-15, and that's exactly what we want. Big profile, flash, movement, eat it or get out of the way mentality. That's what's going on with a critter like this. And you'll find the old stinger prawn in some other colors. Here's a pink-white one, and particularly in that early part of June, those first 2 weeks of the king season before Mr. Chumley enters his natal waters. Pink is good. Pink is really good, particularly sometimes in the off-colored water that often is going on the front end of June, where it's not super cleared up yet and is a little off-color water, which by the way is fabulous conditions for kings because they tend to hold a little tighter, they're a little less spooky. And then we can't forget one of the other perennial favorites, and that's black and blue. There's a stinger prawn in black and blue. And that particular fly, that's a dark color. Now these guys kind of showed up on the specter as bright, that means chartreuse, pink. Black blue is one of the dark ones, okay? Other combinations are pure blacks, blacks and reds. And I would tell you that as these fish kind of move upriver and they get past that 7-mile point moving upstream, that sometimes darker colors are the trick, particularly black and reds, black and blues, various and sundry shades of purple, purple and black, purple and blue. And then sometimes when they get a little further upriver, sometimes it pays to go small, particularly when we get into weeks 3, 4, and 5 of the Kanektok king season. We're dealing with the clearest water, we're dealing with more sunshine than we're going to see any point in time in the summer. Sometimes it pays to go a little smaller. So for instance, here's a Voodoo Leech, a Tyler Palmerton pattern. This one in a pink black. Another great fly that time of the year can be stuff like good old, you know, this is a hairball leech, but a starlight leech. This is a hairball leech in a purple with a pink head, the Aleutian Queen format colors. And then the mole leech, Derek Fergus's pattern, which you could fish in a variety of colors. Purple, black, black chartreuse. This one happens to be a pink-white. Almost all these flies are going to get fished on heavy sink tips, be it single-handers, be it spey rods, and it's going to be 90 or an 80 degree cast, generally no further up than 90, and oftentimes it's 70 degrees, followed by a mend, sometimes a secondary mend with a line feed, and that fly swings on through. And don't forget to make a few strips at the bottom of that swing, because oftentimes kings will swing over with that fly, and the minute it starts to move away, there's a violent grab, particularly if you're fishing out of a boat. Keep that in mind. Well, it's raining outside here in February, but soon June and bright kings are on the horizon. See you there.